Extraction shooters have been around since Tom Clancy's The Division, released in March of 2016, and have been increasing in popularity ever since. The basis of an extraction-based shooter, or looter shooter as I like to call them, is relatively simple. You load up, you go in, and come out either a hoarder or get slapped trying. Escape from Tarkov has been one of the biggest games circulating around, and has popularized this genre very, very much. Even to a point where a VR clone was made by Combat Waffle Studios called Ghost of Tabor. Tabor is one of my favorite games of all time, not just because of the looter shooter aspects, but the mostly realistic aspects as well. Things that seem very simple, such as being able to put your gun on safety, load your own magazines, and check your gun's chamber, give my inner gun nut a twitch. Tarkov and Tabor are fantastic games, but both include a PvP aspect to them, meaning other real players can kill you along with having to deal with the AI forces. I personally do like the feeling of owning brand new players in Tabor, but a single player experience can be ruined by your opposition squatting up and decimating you if you aren't careful. That's where Incursion Red River comes in to save the day. Incursion RR is a relatively new looter shooter available on Steam as a pre-alpha build. Even in pre-alpha, the graphics look astounding, and the gunplay is fantastic. Alright, now that we got the scripted stuff out of the way for the algorithm, let's actually get into why I actually love the game. There's friendly fire. Oh my gosh! You can build cursed weapons.
Ew, I hate you.
You can have panic attacks. Oh, hello! You can use nighttime operations. I'm not running night vision, I'm just running a flashlight.
Yeah, don't shine that in my eyes.
And best of all, it's glitchy because, hello, pre-alpha. Well, he just spawned in out of nowhere.
From my angle, your legs are glitching through the ground and you're running like you're a midget.
Maybe I am.
The hiccup and the burp after that statement. All joking aside, I'm trying to keep this video short. There are some major things that I do love about this game though. One of those things definitely is the weapon customization. Apart from building cursed weapons, you can also build really cool ones by hand. There are 15 pages of attachments that you can put together guns with. Another really cool thing that I like about this game is its realism. When you're getting shot at in the game, it provides this concussive force around you to make it feel like you have that adrenaline surge of when you're actually getting shot at. It's something that very few games replicate except for maybe Onward. If you do end up getting hit, it is important to know that there are drugs that you can take. There are painkillers that you could take in order to restore your health. Another really cool thing that this game has that a lot of others don't is the point to shoot function, which is basically where you tilt and point your gun to shoot at your target. While this can be seen in like some of the campaigns of the newer Call of Duties like during night vision because you're not like technically allowed to see through sights with night vision, this is an aspect of the game that you can utilize whenever. It doesn't have to be night and it doesn't have to have a laser pointer. Some of the other key things about this game that I really like compared to modern games is the armor. In Warzone you just throw in a whole bunch more plates because that's definitely realistic. In this game you have to pick up a whole new rig if your current one gets damaged. The rig only protects you from certain amounts of damage before it starts going into your real health. And by the way, that drains really fast. You can also find helmets, but I've never really been shot in the head in this game, only a couple of times, and even though I did, it was kind of hard to tell because I was dead. One downside to this game is that it's very limited in map selection as of right now. There's only one map called the Quarry, and I'm really hoping to see some future developments later on. The Quarry isn't massive, it's a good sized map that your character can thankfully sprint across in like probably around 13 minutes. There's not really a set time that you have to be in there, so if you really wanted to, you could just stay in there for 3 hours. Now I don't know why you would want to do that because there's only a limited amount of loot on the map, but that's just up to you. Another thing about this specific extraction shooter is that much like Tabor, there's a timer before you can extract. One main key difference about this type of extract compared to Tabor is that these are kind of sort of like on a rotation I found. I'm not quite for certain actually how it works. The co-op healing system is also kind of interesting because you can use what are called injectors, which are basically stim shots that can help revive your teammates. Another neat feature is that if your partner has an injector and you don't, you can still revive them if they go down by searching their dead body. Are you teabagging me right now? The inventory took a little bit to getting used to, especially with the backpack system, how you can shove backpacks instead of backpacks as long as they're the same size or smaller, which makes no sense in my brain on how you can fold 87 backpacks into one thing like my brother does.
Okay, ready? Here's one. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Golly. Other parts of the game I just found like I was trying to play Tetris with my inventory to try and get one certain thing to fit. Another neat thing to note about the inventory system is that the chest rigs themselves also have inventory slots. These can hold not only magazines but spare bullets and medication. Currently right now there are some rigs that also have a throwable section, but there's not any throwables in the game yet, so, well, we'll just have to wait on that. One of the benefits of having loose bullets in your vest is that you can easily reload your magazines inside your vest inventory. Now, I know it might not be that realistic to just shove an entire stack of 12 gauge shells into the magazine tube of a shotgun without any sort of physical changes, but I love it. It makes reloading in the game so much faster and so much easier. It's one of those types of things where it's not necessarily realistic, but it's definitely helpful. The bots can carry a variety of weapons that you can also just take back to your bunker and re-customize through the weapon customization, or you can just leave it the way it is and then just sell it. The most common weapons include MP5s, AKs, and ARs, which are basically every single gun in that game. All of these can be customized based on the person you kill, so it's kind of an interesting concept. Some may have drum magazines, others may have hand grips, some of them have silencers, very rarely. All in all, it provides a nice, realistic experience based on the weapon that they're carrying that they do damage to you with, you can pick up and use against the enemy. Another aspect of realism that this game has, going back to the chest rig inventory, is that if you don't have a free space left on your rig, you don't keep your magazine, you drop it. In most other modern FPS shooters, you just drop the mag or retain the mag and a reload, and then boom, you have 30 bullets in your AR. In real life, we know that that's just not the case. If you load a full magazine into an empty gun, you have to chamber around taking a bullet from the magazine, meaning that your 30 bullets just drop down to 29 bullets realistically. Now if you do a partial reload where you have a bullet left in the chamber and then you load in a 30 round clip, you'll have 31 bullets. Speaking of the little chamber mechanics, there is a small little exploitable glitch that if you want to waste half your life on, go right ahead. But it's basically where you take the bullet out of the chamber in your shooting range and place it either in your inventory, your magazine, basically wherever you want it. The shooting range gives you unlimited ammo, so you can do this an unlimited amount of times. Turning over to nighttime operations, it is possible to use night vision. I just don't really like it because the graphics are a little weird with most of the scopes. Flashlights are really good tools to use at night though, and they do a really good job of illuminating your target. Another funny aspect about it is that the more flashlights you have on your gun, the brighter it's gonna be if you activate all those flashlights. The same can't be said for lasers, where if you put on multiple lasers, it gets, well, more defined. It's more so it's just kind of there to throw you off, honestly. Overall, this is a really fantastic game. I think everyone should give it a try if they haven't already, especially if they're tired of getting clapped in PvP type game modes. Incursion Red River is one of the best PvE experiences I've ever had, and I would definitely be continuing to play it from now on. Hope you guys enjoyed this semi-short review of this brand new game that I've been experiencing, and I'll hope to catch you back in another video. Peace. So let me get this straight. You're okay with being in a YouTube video as long as you can say racial slurs?
Whether you blur them or not is your choice, not mine.
Oh, golly. Nah, it's fine. I can censor it. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.